We have an incredible story for you today. Imagine you're a young goalkeeper enjoying your off-season at your home in Yorkshire when you're thrust into the spotlight as part of Derry City's appearance in the UEFA Cup qualifier in Cyprus. But first, you have to compete in a match 48 hours beforehand, and your opponents are the 2003 Barcelona team with the newly signed Ronaldinho. This is a story stranger than fiction, and for many, it's a dream come true and a testament to the magic of football. Sit back and get comfortable as I'm about to get Derry nostalgic with Neil Bennett.
Had a bit of a strange year or two, just going from contract to contract, cover to cover basis, really. It came into the summer and my phone rings. I was literally at my local cricket club. It was a nice sunny day, I'll never forget. It's an Irish number, so I picked it up. I was having a beer at the time, I'm not going to lie. It was a nice sunny day, and it's the Derry City manager. And I'm thinking, it's a bit of a wind-up, this. I carry on with my beer, and the conversation goes on, and he goes, yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle. We've got two big games coming up, and all his goalkeepers are injured, and we've got special dispensation from UEFA to sign a keeper for the two games. He goes, yeah, you've been recommended from Harry McHugh, I think it was the Drogheda manager. So then I'm thinking, all right, it's not so much of a wind-up now. Yeah, so I goes, who is it that you're playing on these two games? And he goes, well, funnily enough, we're playing Barcelona on the Tuesday and Apoel Nicosia in Cyprus on the Thursday. I was like, right. I'm a beer in my hand. And he went, right, get you sent to Leeds Bradford Airport then. If you can come over, we'll sort out the finer details and we'll take it from there. So I was like, literally put my beer down, got myself to Leeds Bradford Airport, got picked up by a taxi at the other end to take me to the ground, got put in a little B&B, and I'm still thinking, this can't be right. We must be playing like Barcelona under 18s or something like that. Literally did half an hour training session on the little bobbly pitch behind the main pitch itself. Mm-hmm. Well, that met the lads for like 10 minutes, what have you, and then we're playing Barcelona tomorrow. I was like, okay, still didn't think out of it, and then obviously the game day comes, and it wasn't until really that we were in the lineup, and the big chairman at the time for Barcelona was waving I can't remember his name. What was he called?
Jean Laporta.
That's it, Laporta, yeah. He was giving it the big one, waving all the fans. And then Champions League music comes on, and then the Barcelona team strolls out, and it's like full of Valdez, Overmars, Anderson. And I'm like, oh, God, right, it might be busy here.
Hindsight, when you look over all this, like Barcelona, this is the foundation of Barcelona's dominance in Spain under Ronaldinho first, then Pep Guardiola. Crazy to think that these players and this team came to Derry to rally together to help this club in a poor facility like the Brandywell as a favour to a politician.
Oh yeah, it was like I said, it was surreal, and that's why I couldn't believe like Ronaldinho came out, and like I was just watching him in the warm up and like how he run and how he mastered the ball. He was like he just had like this aura around him, and again when you've never seen someone like control or strike a ball like it, he could, but he still didn't score past me. That was my claim to fame. I'd been subbed at that point, so I'd been subbed on the 80th minute, and then he scored. But I've got a photo, so the only thing that I have got is pictures, which my wife is very kindly going to let me put up in the downstairs toilet that we've just renovated. I think it's the team photos, and then it's the photograph where Ronaldinho's taking a free kick. I'm saying I got a slight glove in it. There'll be people that say I didn't, but I'm saying I'm going full stretch and I got a little glove on it and tips it onto the bar.
I'm going to read to you now from the Derry News. This issue came out on the 14th of August of 2003. It was written by Neil Murray, and what he wrote about it was, City's new netminder Neil Bennett must have mixed emotions. It was marvellous to play against such a famous team, but to make your debut for Derry City against the firepower of Ronaldinho, Overmars, Saviola and Kluivert gave him a tougher baptism. Welcome to Derry City. So did you actually have mixed emotions whenever you actually got into the game?
Well, yeah, I was just trying to get through it, really. And then, obviously, he pulled me off on 80 minutes. What was he called? Yeah. So he pulled me off and said, oh, well done, because, like, you'll play Thursday. So, and I've literally done nothing, obviously. Like I said, I was at home, watching the cricket match, having a beer, and it was, my off season, if you like. I was a bit rusty, and obviously I've seen the goals back since. And if I had my eye in, I think I'd have maybe saved like maybe the first one or two where like the headers come off me. And the cameraman keeps panning to me and I have this look on my face. And yeah, I did. I think it probably maybe being a bit harsh on me. There was one long ball over the top where Savioli runs onto it and chips me. And that was definitely rustiness as well. And funnily enough, some lads at work, there was a sticker gun going around the other week. So on my laptop, I had chipped by Savioli, like there was semi-permanent stickers on my laptop that I couldn't get off the other week when I got back into the office. Because every now and again, someone puts it into YouTube and it comes up like. But baptisms of fire, obviously.
How soon after full time in the Barcelona game did you leave? Because the game was on Tuesday against Barca. And then obviously the UEFA Cup game was on the Thursday.
I think it might have been the next morning. I honestly can't remember. I know they gave me like a big Umbro. I had all the gear and everything, obviously. And I honestly can't remember what we did, but I think we got there, had a bit of a light training session as you did on the pitch. And then stayed in like, I don't know, just a little holiday in somewhere. Yeah, so there wasn't much time to think about it really or get nervous. It was just a case of let's seemed to be a bit of team spirit. Lads welcomed me in and things like that, and we just got on with it really.
Was the message going into the game just keep the tie alive so we can bring him home, or was there something more adventurous put into the tactics?
No, I think it was definitely that. I think obviously the team had some good experienced players in there. Coyle up front and Hutton in midfield, and I could see there was like a making of a team there. I think it was probably missing just probably maybe one or two attacking players or flair players or something along them lines. And I think is it the McChrystal, the centre half, he went on to bigger and better things really, didn't he, as well? So I can remember playing the game in Cyprus, and they were very much keep ball, and we was very much probably play off the front, playing the channels and get the ball forward and simple, but pretty organised, worthy of the result, if you like, taking it back and keeping the game alive. To play in that arena, that was something else. I think there was a good crowd there, and with the result at the end, we very much felt that the tie was alive and we'd done his job, and playing in that heat, which I'd probably never really done. So that that was somewhat different as well. I remember the pitch and the stadium being obviously really nice big dressing rooms and things like that, but the atmosphere was pretty intense. I always remember like the first half coming out, as a few Derry fans behind the goal, and they were like really polite and clapping us along as they were doing and what have you. Then in the second half, we came out and there's just a sea of orange, I think it was, supporters behind my goal. And every time I went to take a goal kick or get the ball out of the net, for instance, I'll never forget when the ball, I think it was like a header or a shot from close in, was one of the second goals. And like one of these jumbo-sized Diet Coke things that you get from the cinema, like clonked me back on the head. They were throwing coins at me, like €2 things, like it was just 50 on the back of the head randomly, and I must have like given him a piece of my mind at one point. So I remember coming through the airport at the end as well, and all the people coming to me going, you're the goalkeeper, and like they must have it must have shown me on TV losing my stuff with the fans.
You went 2-1 down after half-time. Stelios Akarides had scored from a header. Was it back to the wall after that point?
I don't remember making loads of saves, and I think the report says something similar. Like I said, I've never seen the clip, so if anyone does have the video of it or any clips, I'd love to see it. Yeah, I think we were a physical team. Obviously, the Coyle up front and a few of the lads. I think we felt we could get them pinned back a bit and play from there really, and I think that's probably where the goal came from. After
the Cyprus game, that you were told that you were not going to be kept on, was it directly in Cyprus, or did you come back over to Ireland to be told this?
I think it was probably on the way home. Yeah, probably on the way home, maybe. When we got back, and he said, "Right, I'll be in touch, but thanks for helping us out." Probably left it a day or two, and then he phoned me again just to say, "Look, thanks again, really appreciate it for helping us out." But like I said, we've got. I think they had 4 keepers on the books at the time, and that's what it was. They had special dispensation to sign a keeper. So, and again, I at that moment in time in my career, I was just trying to get as much experience and trying to play as much as I could. It was that much of a whirlwind time, and then by the time I'd come back, obviously I was then in career mode trying to get myself another club really, and I think I ended up going back up to Scotland then to play for Albion Rovers and Partick Thistle and stuff like that, and then eventually came back down south. But it was just mental. Didn't really have time to think about it.
So were you disappointed not to stay in the end?
Yeah, 100%, because I could sense that, like I said, the Brandywell, when you're seeing it full like that, I could see people climbing on the walls and stood on the hillside trying to watch the game, and then obviously, like I said, I knew that from my time at Drogheda that there probably was something there that they could build on, with that squad. I thought they had a few good players, a few experienced heads, and I could see that obviously it was probably a club that was going to go places, and I think they did after that, obviously. So I always looked at it and thought, what could have been? Obviously, they played with Owen Morrison and obviously Paddy McCourt and things like that. It was at Rochdale. I think he was just coming through. Yeah, it's always one of them clubs I've just kept an eye on, obviously.
Thanks to Neil and Coleraine goalkeeper Rory Brown for making this interview possible. If anyone has coverage from Nicosia, please let us know in the comments below, and we'll try to find a way to get Neil that footage so he can finally see it. Subscribe to Drive 105 MNL's YouTube channel and enjoy this and other playlists, including FanCam and the Derry City Women's Team playlist. My name is Dee Curran, and this service is brought to you by Paul Martin Menswear.